All right, guys, this is part 3 of the inconsistencies of the Noah Presgrove case. My last video in my playlist, which was part 2, I talked about at the very end, I left off where they found Noah's body in the road. 2 vehicles spotted it, and one of those drivers called 911 at 5:53 a.m. to report what was going on. Now, around that same time, Noah's body was found. Jack woke up. He was getting ready to go fishing, and he was told that his best friend was missing, allegedly. Jack said he figured Noah had gotten a ride because he had done that before, gotten mad and just left. He said he was not really thinking about it or worried about it. And you can see here, this is a text thread between Jack and his dad, that at the exact time the 911 call was made, Jack texted his dad at 5:53 a.m. and said, "I'll meet y'all at the lake. Can you bring me a hat, please?" His dad said okay, and then Jack told him that somebody had messed with his hat after he went to bed. Okay? So, again, this is about the same time that Noah's body was found. He texted his dad, in other words, to let him know that he was on his way to the lake to go fishing. As Jack was driving on his way to the lake from the party, he saw 2 cars in the road, allegedly. Or they were on the side of the road, I should say. His dad, Caleb, said at 6:05 a.m. that morning, he got a call that no parent ever wants to get. Caleb said it was a short phone call, hard to understand. Jack, he said this in a Facebook post not long ago, like a week or 2 ago. Caleb said he was standing in the boat in his yard. He knows exactly where he was, what he was doing, or whatever when that call came in. He said he was getting the boat ready, and his dad was getting coffee ready, and they were getting ready to go to the lake. So his dad would be Jack's grandfather. Caleb wrote in a Facebook post that he immediately called his dad, who was supposed to go fishing with them. He was actually calling him to cancel the trip after he talked to Jack about Noah. But instead, he was told to go pick his dad, Jack's granddad, up from his house, which was less than a mile away. He said he hopped in his wife's car because that was the most readily available car, and he hauled butt to the scene where Noah was. When he arrived, sheriff's deputies from Jefferson County had already gotten to the scene at 6:18 a.m. He said they were securing the scene. Caleb said when he arrived and saw Noah's body, he called Noah's father, Victor, to break the news to him. It was said that police covered Noah's body with a sheet, and they got those shorts. Now, let's talk about Noah's shorts. Something that was odd about those is they were completely undamaged despite all of Noah's injuries. And they were in the middle of the road while Noah was on the side of the road. It was said police neatly folded the shorts. Now, here are more areas of confusion. Noah's family said that Jack's dad, Caleb, that I was talking about a second ago, picked up one of Noah's teeth that was lying in the road. But now Caleb wrote on Facebook, he said the tooth that was in the road wasn't moved that I seen. I watched a police officer circle it with chalk. I pointed out the tooth to police. I wouldn't have picked that up ever. Now, there's another rumor that I can't confirm whether it's true or not, but I can tell you what Caleb said. Allegedly, rumor has it that he was at that party that night, or the night before, I should say. But he says he was not at that party, that was a rumor. He said he was at a cookout at a friend's house about an hour away that night. Just more inconsistencies, guys. I mean, I would not want to be an adult and have been at a party with a bunch of underage drinkers either. Caleb allegedly stayed at the scene for hours until it was cleared. He then went back to the party house to get Jack's ATV, which had been wrecked earlier, supposedly. He said he went to check out the ATV, but there was no signs of damage or cleaning of the ATV. He said it was still dusty and that it was an older ATV, so if it did tip or wreck, it was minor enough not to leave any scratches on the ATV. He also removed the guns from the home and took them to his house and later gave them back to their owners. Now, during all of this, Jasmine and Stephanie's mom, Renee, had gotten to the home and ran off the rest of the people that were there and immediately started cleaning. Now, here's some other inconsistencies. Some people have claimed there was a strong smell of bleach at that home later in the day. That's been debated. I can't confirm that. But if that's true, why would they have bleached everything? Now, Renee and Caleb, Jack's dad, claimed that all was done was picking up like beer cans and alcoholic beverage bottles and trash. They insist they did not try to cover up a crime scene, but I'm going to tell you this, shame on the investigators for not considering that house a crime scene and taking it seriously and had everybody leave. But shame on those investigators for not considering that party house a crime scene until you knew exactly what happened to Noah. There should not have been anybody left at that house but investigators. Caleb shouldn't have been there. The girl's mother shouldn't have been there. They should have roped it off, considered it a crime scene. But no, they just instantly assumed that it was some type of hit and run or an accident like that. That's not okay. I'll tell you some other rumors I've heard that I can't confirm, so I'm going to say allegedly, is there's like a barn or some type of building that is in the back of that house, and they are trying to tear it down now, allegedly. Why? Guys, there's got to be some type of truth in all of these rumors. I just feel like it, but you never know. So Stevie, which is Avery's mom, said on Facebook that it wasn't like that, meaning like the cleaning up for a crime scene. She said everyone was just sitting around crying and trying to stay busy. She said by people, she meant parents, because the parents didn't know what to do. They weren't trying to hide anything, she said. She said they were instead trying to help their kids, but they didn't know how to help them, I guess, in a situation like this. Now let's talk about some more conflicting information. Some say that police did not search the house. Others say they did. I'll tell you what, they should have. Noah's family said the Oklahoma Highway Patrol told them that there was no evidence where his body was found that linked Noah to the party house, or no evidence that a crime was committed there, and they supposedly couldn't get a search warrant. But some others say that police were soon led on the property after Noah's death, and that the police were even shown exactly where that ATV was wrecked, allegedly. But they never did a forensic search. Why? In April of this year, so a few weeks ago, Jack allegedly sold that ATV to get a boat. Now this is absolutely crazy, guys. It was also said it's not 100% sure or known what happened to Noah's clothes and belongings that were left at the party or that property, and I'm assuming at the scene. Now Noah's family said that his belongings, clothes, or whatnot were given out to friends by Caleb, which is Jack's dad that I've been talking about, like as mementos to remember Noah. And police supposedly examined them, so that he gave them out after police examined them, allegedly. They should have been kept and stored away as evidence by police. But of course they weren't. What was done by police and investigators? This included an American flag shirt that he wore to the party. I'm not sure if it's this one or not in this picture, but he ended up taking it off because he was hot. It was said that the only clothing recovered by authorities were his shorts. Now, Caleb has since claimed that all of that is rumor as well, but there's still no definite answer as to what happened to Noah's clothes. Again, somebody knows. 100% somebody knows. Why all these inconsistencies? Now, a few days before Noah died, he had just bought a phone. It was said that he took his new phone and his old phone to that home, the party home, and he left them both there when he so-called wandered off. Luckily, those actually were supposedly recovered and examined by detectives, and they were given back to family. His family said his wallet was never found and his last paycheck was never cashed. I'm going to stop right here, and I'm going to make part 4 about the theories that people have regarding what possibly happened to Noah. Stay tuned for part 4.